Welcome, everybody. Again, my name is Marco Pignataro. I'm the managing director of the Berklee Global Jazz Institute. And I'm very excited today to start the presentations for the continuing master class of 2021. And our first student today, her name is Suwon Yim, and she is from South Korea, and she plays piano. Her advisor is Bruno Robert, and as a panelist, we have the pleasure to have Vadim Nazilovsky and Ong Gong No with us. The title of the presentation is Nature's Melody. And Suwon, we're very excited to listen to your music.
Hello, welcome to my presentation, and I will invite you to the Nature's Melody. First thing I will talk about is the purpose of the project, about global warming, the process of the making, story of myself and nature, the resolution, what I learned, and finally my future plans after the project. Purpose of the project. Well, I started this project to raise the issue of global warming through music and create compositions that is inspired by nature and its beauty. We as humans are vulnerable species and easily exposed to dangers. However, we always forget the reality since we live in a society where it is protected. As global warming is a serious issue in the world, even though my attempt is a small movement, I wanted to show that small change can make a big difference through music. About global warming. It goes without saying that global warming is a serious issue that affects current and future generations. As the climate change progresses, it becomes harder and harder to reverse the effects of it. For this reason, it is very important that the young people of our world should be aware of the fundamentals of global warming and start to participate in the movement towards preventing the harmful effects of it. Before we dive in, I want to touch on some of the basic information about global warming. I was amazed that the global temperature has increased by 1 degree Celsius in the last 100 years. the climate change, glaciers are melting. Coral reefs are bleaching. Trees are drying up, and nature is getting out of balance. When the global temperature increases, animal species will naturally move to the north, which disturbs the ecosystem of our planet. Moreover, global climate will not only cause an increase in temperature, but it will also lead to changes in precipitation patterns. This results to a serious drought and end up in starvation in several countries around the world. Therefore, many of the poorest nations will be more exposed to get affected by global climate change. I strongly believe that we need to be all ears when nature is in pain. As I mentioned, I believe that to raise an awareness, educating, and creating campaigns to make people alarmed is an effective way. Thus, I want to compose music that people can empathize and relate to the current issue. The following compositions that I wrote is one of my approach to raise awareness about global warming as well as the climate change. Wait, do you want to listen to the story of my friends down in the deep blue ocean? I had a chance to play around with the jellyfish and whales and wrote lyrics about the story that they told me. So let's dive in.
Deep in the ocean where the treasures unknown, singing birds fly around and whisper in my ears, la la la. Sing along with me. Imagine dancing with the oyster and the pearl. Here comes the jellyfish and my little friend. Well, la la la. Dance along with me. The map that I found in an old broken ship. So many places that were hidden. My friends from the ocean crawl to me and whisper, do do low. I want my friends to sing and dance along the way. It's time to stop, agreed, and take my word for it. La la la. Swim along with me. Deep in the ocean where the treasures are known, live in the sunshine, feel the bright sky that we owe. La la la. Smile along with me.
Imagine birds flying around the forest and sing for the animals. Very harmonious and lovely. Imagine the water from the lake flow against the rocks. It's calm yet relaxed. Let me tell you guys one thing. Roosters crowing in the early morning, cows eating grasses, and walking under the sunset with a fluffy ship is like the rhythm of nature. A while ago, I met my rabbit and my cow friends. They told me millions of their friends suffer on fur farms to be killed for fashion. On the other side, my animal friends told me that humans need to stop cutting down forests and groups of trees where they are losing their homes. If you climb up to the top of the tree and take a moment to look around, music comes from nature. Future plans and resolution. The issue of global warming has been a big concern for me for a long time. Working on nature's melody enabled me to go deep into this important subject. The more I studied and analyzed global warming, the more I understood that it's mainly caused by human greed and lack of social unity. I strongly believe that language of music is a perfect way to deliver a powerful message on global warming. Music is an amazing medium that connects people and enriches souls. I must say that while working on nature's melody, my own awareness of environmental issues has risen. I started to pay more attention to food I eat, the transportation I use, recycling procedures, etc. And I appreciate every change, every color and shape of trees, rivers, seas, more than ever before. Moreover, I had a promise to myself that this project needs to be extended outside class. I want to make an educational video in English as well as Korean for the elementary schools in Korea and share the issue through music. As teaching is my passion, this allowed me to grow as an educator and be the forefront of the environmental movement. To conclude, it is time to stop the greed. Nature is the source of our life.
I remember the gentle breeze, nature's melody, the sweetest of symphonies, the voice of wind whispering to my ears. Close your eyes and come with me high over clouded skies. The view from here is making me feel small. Up here the world is huge. How foolish one can be to think we can rule the world. Nature wins or no. If only you would close your eyes, you would hear the wind whispering to your ears.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Beautiful, Suwon. Congratulations. Thank you for this wonderful presentation. And now we start the second part of the C presentation, and this is the part where the faculty will ask you questions and comments, and we traditionally start with the panelists and the advisors. So maybe Bruno, as our advisor, you want to open the dance?
Sure. Congratulations, Suwon. Sorry. I've seen this video several times now, as we've been working on it and heard the music. And it's just every time I see it and hear it, I get really deeply moved and touched. It's just like this pure beauty in your music that is very unpretentious. It's simple and complex at the same time, and I think you are really connecting with the nature. As you say, music comes from nature, and when I hear this, yes, it's really true. And also, your piano playing and compositions are exquisite, and what I like a lot about it is that this type of very lyrical type of playing and composing can be very predictable, but you always throw something in there that makes me surprised, and so I just love that. That's fun. That's great. I really love that. And the piano playing is really, don't be shy with your piano playing. Get it out there. Let people hear it. Because it's really beautiful. And I like also there was a short section when you played kind of a gospel music inspired thing, which was really nice. That's really keep expanding your vocabulary, because it creates a really nice contrast. So that was really beautiful also. And yeah, I could talk forever, but it was a great pleasure having you as a student. It was really an honor to be able to advise you through this and hear you grow. At one point in the presentation, you say that this project made you go in deeper into the what you said project, I think, about global warming specifically. But I also think it made you go deeper into your music, and we all can really feel it. It's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bruno.
Thank you, Bruno. Maestro Vadim or Maestro Ong, if you want to go ahead, Vadim.
Well, Suwon, we've been working for a while, and I, just like Bruno, I've seen this video a couple of times, and I also heard the compositions as they were kind of developing and evolving. I just want to say brava to you. Very, very beautiful and very moving. It's a wonderful example of connection between the music and life, which is so important, I think, because, writers don't write books about letters and sentences. So musicians don't create music about the notes and chords and concepts. Musicians try to express their relationship with the world. And your presentation is just such a wonderful example of that. And, you already make an impact on me, for example. You make me think more about global warming. And I also really appreciated you mentioned in your presentation that you would like to expand this project and maybe, create an educational video for elementary schools. I think that sounds wonderful, because the more awareness you create, among younger generation, the more we have, chances to actually combat the issue that you are addressing. In terms of the music, I'm a huge, supporter of you as a composer and as a player. I joined Bruno in saying that your piano playing is wonderful. I like how egoless your playing is. somehow there is no ego, and that is something that is very hard to achieve. So it's very selfless. Don't be afraid, to show more. Just like Bruno said, I really enjoyed the lyrical quality, of what you're doing. And with compositions, I do think you have a wonderful gift, and I can't wait to see what you're gonna do with that. We talked a lot about it. Keep expanding, keep growing as a composer. I think you're a very talented composer, so can't wait to hear what you're gonna create in 10 years from now. So thank you again. It's been a huge pleasure working.
Great comment. Thanks so much. Mr. Kwon, you would like a comment or ask question to Suwon?
Yeah, sure. I mean, first off, I would like to say like congratulations on making a wonderful project. And thank you for sharing your voice and your thoughts to us. So, well, yeah, I'm really grateful for being part of your project. And it really gave me so many thoughts in a really short period of time. So so as I worked like closely with your CE project, like right next to you as a community member, like I was very impressed with the thoughts you had during the process. So I don't know, like in a young age, like we were taught to conserve the nature or earth, but like during our geography classes, but as we slowly grow older, like we tend to forget the purpose and its reason, right? So I feel like in that context, like your video gave so much meaning towards it, and it delivered a powerful message to us. That's really good. Yeah, and yeah. So in terms of music, well, there's no word to say because it sounds perfect to me, So I got nothing to say about that. Yeah. So I feel like your music is not something like a jazz album that you produce just to impress people. I felt the same as Bruno, is like you're actually connected with nature. So I felt the connection there, and then I felt a strong bond between you and the music at the same time. So yeah, I would like to emphasize that like what you're doing is very simple in terms of like those other people, but I feel like it is something that we need to be like definitely be aware of. So yeah, so please continue like with this sort of project, and yeah, once again, great job.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kwon. So Suwon, I would like to tell you a couple of comments myself. I know we talked last week in class, and again, now that I look at your video, I can appreciate it even more. This to me, like I told you, more than a manifesto about global warming, seems to me like an ode to nature that you did there, and it's very, very, very personal. I like how you tell your own story and really connect with your emotion and paint such a beautiful and serene, very serene and contemplative ode to nature. So I like this as a different form of activism, where instead of stressing on the negative, you sort of like put the light on the beauty of nature and what we're missing. I think it's very clever, it's very smart, and it's very personal, right? You could have done this in a very different way, but you decided to show to us what we are missing every day in our life, by disconnecting with nature. So it's in that sense a very strong statement, and I feel you find a very personal way of telling you and showing your emotion. Then we resonate with it because we inside, it's part of what art is. It's just like art is making us feel and see, things that we all have inside. So I think you did a great job. I just would like to hear a little bit about this process. I don't know if this is, Bruno pointed and Vadim pointed out how much like this specific subject brought you deeper into your music. So can you talk a little bit about your process of writing this music, and if this is something you plan to continue even musically, beside this idea of the video, which I also agree is great to, especially point at the young generation. But can you tell us a little bit about your composition process in this project and what you're planning to do musically after this?
So process of the making is simply started with our main topic that I wanted to explore, nature. And so when I was planning to prepare my CE project, I also wanted to release my album at the same time. So I released this album in October, and then I started to make this video presentation. And so I just don't want to stop participating. So I want to make an educational video, like this video, or I can develop more and make it shorter. And then finally, my plan is to deliver this video or educational video to elementary schools, and so young generations can be aware of like this 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 topic, this situation. Also, I really appreciate all the support from you in love. I got so many inspirations from everyone. So I just want to continue. And I wish I could go to Boston this year, but I couldn't make it. So maybe next year or in the future, I will definitely go to Boston or and then I will continue my journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Suwon. And I would like now to close the presentation with the remarks of Artistic Director Danilo Perez.
Suwon, good morning, everybody. Suwon, first of all, I'd like to point out different aspect of the journey I had with you. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you for being such a strong spirit throughout this one of the most challenging periods we had in our life that I've encountered beside the invasion in Panama. I think the way you handled yourself in the midst of so many challenges you had, it was very inspiring to me. That's one thing. I just want to tell you, that I'm so inspired by that. The second is the disposition you had every time that we met for a lesson. If I could stop the time, I would do it. Because for you, the type of student that you come in and you just know what you just know what to get out of this journey. It teaches us to commit with our life and what we do. And it puts us in that moment that we are very careful about how to say something about you, because you are very clear and open and transparent, and you have no agendas as a student. Is amazing. Let me tell you, if you carry that in your life, you just figure something out in your life that is something called the quest for wisdom. And you have it. So that is profound. I don't know how you got it so young, but I am certainly so inspired. Now, saying that, by hearing all what you went through all these challenges, and you have gotten out of this experience what we hope the student get, you're reminding us from the beginning, one of the vision of the global was to make a connection with nature. You are reminding us that that's important to keep in mind, that there are important issues in life, and the climate change is one that we have to really pay attention to. Environmental justice is that, we ain't gonna have places to play if we don't pay attention to this one. So thank you for reminding us about the issues that matter and why you're willing to commit your life up to it. All the remarks that were given, I will listen to very careful, and I will follow up on it. I agree. I think the global warming is something that already having terrible consequences. Um, in the generation we're living on, it's important also to address the issues of calling people to make changes. So the music also would be nice to embrace those kind of sounds. You see what I mean? What you do with the music that you are writing is that you are making me like and be curious about what you're talking about. It's so beautiful. That song in the kind of like samba, the one in D flat that you talk about. Stop the greed and take my word for it. There's a lot of stuff in the music you're writing, and I wouldn't go about simple and simpler are two different things. I think it has to be right to the heart the way you are doing it. Hang out, keep hanging out with people. I hope I can get to see you in person. Keep this direction, keep learning more about this. If you are going to continue this path, get into this bird called the hermit thrush. You know that bird? You all know that bird? It's the singer of nature. And you're going to hear a lot of melody there, including, stuff that you know already. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. I agree with Badin that you have to think about how to bring that to an educational level that inspire young people. And wow, I'm just so excited, and it's been such a privilege and honor to work with people like you who teach us and remind us the responsibility we have in these moments in society. So that's it.
Thank you, Danilo. Brava, Suwon, bravissima. Do you have any last comment, any last remarks?
I don't wanna graduate. I wanna study more. But
Okay.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your help. I got so many inspirations, even though I'm staying here with COVID, like this situation. But I did my best, and I just try to make my song, my original, and keep connecting with people so I can record with people. So I just wanna learn more, but but I really appreciate all the support and love. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Suwon, and congratulations again.